Alright guys, I'm going to begin my talk on shampoo. So I'm going to begin with baby shampoo because it's really important that you know why baby shampoo is different from an adult shampoo. So I'm going to go into a bit of details on baby shampoo. So please watch the coming slides. So the next following slides are going to contain some important points about a baby shampoo. Then after I finish the talk on baby shampoo, tomorrow I'm going to tackle adult shampoo. Now, I'm not going to go into chemistry because there's no use. What are you going to do with chemistry? I'm just going to give you the important myth-busting facts and ideas. Go for shopping, what you should look for. So I'm just going to tell you the things that you can look out for and important aspects about shampoo and, of course, the pH. And I'm going to do that tomorrow. But today, it's going to be baby and baby shampoo. A really interesting question that I always get is that baby shampoo and baby products are mild. They're made for a baby, so they're so gentle. So should you be using a baby shampoo on your hair? Interestingly enough, I think I already explained about the pH. So if you guys watched yesterday's talk, and that was about the pH of your hair, if you remember that I told you that the pH of our scalp is like the pH of our skin, 5.5 or whatever your pH is. So roughly 5.5, slightly acidic. Now, a baby shampoo, we are going to formulate it very differently. So then what's the deal with a baby shampoo? Well, here's the thing. A baby shampoo is very different because a baby, because the baby tear production is not optimal. So they don't produce as many. So what happens, and they're very sensitive. So when a slightly acidic, so shampoo, I'm going to go into that. It has to be slightly acidic to match the pH of your hair. If we're going to apply an adult shampoo to a baby, the baby will, it'll go and damage the cornea. It's going to be very, very harmful, actually harmful. So when we formulate baby products, we take a lot of things into consideration. The most important being that we want to, so we don't want, we don't want the acidity of the shampoo to go and harm the eye of the baby. How will we achieve that? We're going to do that by raising the pH of the baby shampoo. So for instance, if an ideal pH for an adult shampoo is about, let's say 3.8 for 3.7, so it's slightly acidic. All the way up, and the baby shampoo pH now is going to be about 7. So mostly pH, baby shampoos are going to rest at a 7 pH. So a pH of 7 is quite neutral, but it's more towards the alkaline side. When you go towards more alkalinity, there's going to be less tears. So a baby shampoo is alkaline. And this is why when you wash your hair with a baby shampoo, you are not going to be in a good situation. Right. Your hair is going to be all stringy and wiry, and it's just not going to do well because our adult shampoos are formulated more towards an acidic pH. So a baby shampoo, and you're going to learn from the following slides. A baby shampoo is different because we are watering it down. So we really dilute it. So there's about 80-90% water. So it's really watered down. Surfactants, those are the things that grime and the dirt, and they're reducing surface tension on your hair. So they're picking up the oil and some also water soluble grime. So they're picking up those things and they're washing it away. We're adding very, very, very mild, and that's non-ionic and amphoteric surfactants. So we're not bringing in a lot of other surfactants, really, really mild surfactants. And the third thing is we're being really careful with the perfumes, with the dyes, and with all these things. All these things are going to go into a baby shampoo. So in simple words, a baby shampoo is very mild. It's gentle, it's mild, very mild. Fruit and vegetable derived surfactants, so glycosides and these things. So they're going to be lipids as well, but non-charged. So there'll be non-ionic surfactants. Basically, they're just going to be really mild. Very mild foaming agents. Baby shampoos hardly produce any foam. We don't want a lot of foam. We don't want to damage the scalp of the baby as well. We're not going to use dyes and perfumes in baby shampoos. The baby shampoos are very mild, but they're not going to tackle adult hair. So are baby shampoos a scam? Well, they are not a scam. The reason is this. A baby's skin is thinner, it is more absorptive, it has less natural moisturizing factors, it has less, although it has higher levels of hydration, but the chances of infection and irritation are higher if you use
harsh detergents or soaps. Frequently bathing the baby with a cheap shampoo or a low quality shampoo or gel is going to harm the skin of the baby. Therefore, a baby's shampoo is entirely different because we're going to take all of these factors into consideration and formulate a very mild shampoo with coconut based surfactants and very, very less amounts of irritable materials such as essential oils, parabens, dyes, perfumes. So a baby's
shampoo. We've really had a nice journey over the past few days on shampoos. I've shared a lot of shampoos with you. I've talked about baby shampoos. I've told you about the pH of the hair and the scalp, and I've told you a little bit about chemistry. I've mentioned that. So now we come to the fun part, actually discuss with you the different components that make a shampoo and what shampoo you should get, and is an expensive shampoo worth it or not. So is an expensive shampoo worth it or not? A lot of people say that it is, and a lot of people say that it's not. Now, I work with award-winning labs all over the world, so I'm going to tell you some inside tips that are perhaps shed some light on all the myths that are going on about shampoos. First and foremost, a lot of the shampoos are made in the same way. So sometimes if you pick up a really expensive shampoo, and you can do that if you like, you can try it, and pick up a really normal shampoo, so like a Fructose Garnier shampoo or a L'Oreal shampoo, it's almost going to be the same. And why is that? The thing is that you do require soaps and surfactants, so that's going to be the main ingredient in all shampoos. So whether it's a $5 shampoo or a $50 shampoo, the basic ingredients are, but there's a big difference. When I tell you, I'm not going to, first of all, so a lot of people are asking me that, what shampoo should I get? I'm not going to tell you that, because really, a hair is very finicky, it's fussy, everybody has their own hair type. If there's a shampoo that really your hair like it, you must stick to it. I'm going to tell you some tips that may help you if you have, if you're going to buy a new shampoo, or if you want to try out some new things. So I'm going to just help you when you go for shopping. If you look at this below, a lot of you are going to be surprised that you think that shampoos and cleansers are just going to wash off. That's really not what's going on. Surfactants are so dangerous that we actually have to label them before requires an FDA labeling. So a shampoo actually is a dermatological application, and we use medicated shampoos. So we did a meta-analysis of a couple of hundred shampoos. Those were commercial shampoos, professional shampoos, medicated shampoos. The results we got were very interesting. I'm going to share those results with you. What we found that the better quality or the higher priced or the more professional shampoos had a lower pH, and the really cheap shampoos actually had a high pH, so they were more alkaline. What does this study tell us? This tells us very clearly that a lot of the cheaper, which is also common sense, a lot of the cheaper shampoos are going to compromise on the ingredients. They're going to use really cheap thickeners, really cheap surfactants. Everything is going to be cheap, 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 cheap. And what that is going to do, that is going to damage your scalp and the cuticle of your hair. It's going to damage the cuticle of your hair. It's going to compromise on the skin of the scalp, and that's rather dangerous. So a lot of you are going to say that, okay, wow, shampoos, and what's the big deal about a shampoo? I mean, the entire topic, you're doing an entire topic on shampoo. The thing with shampoos is that, and cleansers as well, that's why I'm so careful when I give people advice on buying cleansers and shampoos, because cleansers are active agents, and they are going to actually lift off the dirt and the grime from your hair and from your scalp, and they're going to wash it away. If you please look at this diagram below. What is a surfactant? A surfactant has a water-loving head, and you can see the little head there, and inside you can see the tails that are fat-loving. So a fat-loving tail and a water-loving head. This actually mean in reality. What this means is that the shampoo or the surfactant in the shampoo is going to act with your skin. So the water-loving head is going to attach to the water-loving parts of your cells. The fat-loving is going to go right in between the cells, because there's so many fat components in your cell structure. So they're going to attach to the fat-loving areas. The water-loving parts are going to attach to the water-loving areas. And actually, if you look at this diagram, the cleansers and surfactants are going deep into the epidermis. Studies indicate that the use of really harsh sulfates, really harsh surfactants. So the harsher the surfactant, the more is going to be that cleansing or that quality of penetration. Penetration about. These fat-loving tails are going to sink really inside your corneocytes, your skin cells, and they're going to lift it off. So actually, and they're going to also stay there. So lifting off of the dirt, they're also going to lift off really, really precious oil. The fat-loving portion of the surfactants is going to sink into your skin, and it results in something known as chronic surfactant exposure. Chronic surfactant exposure is something like when you're using really harsh cleansers on your skin. You must have noticed when a cheap or a bad cleanser and you keep on washing your face with it, your face after a while is going to become red, irritated, dry, flaky, itchy. So many of you will think that by using, what's the big deal with a cleanser? You're just going to use a cleanser, it's going to wash off. No, actually, bad quality products, bad cleansers are going to sink deep into your epidermal layer, so the top layer of your skin, and they're going to stay there. They're going to stay there for hours. What's going to happen is, because these are, of course, external chemicals, they're exogenous chemicals, they will result in irritation. They will irritate your skin. So this surfactant exposure, this is why I did such a big topic on shampoos, because people don't give their scalp and their hair as much as importance as they should. Chronic surfactant exposure will result in inflammation, irritation, itching, a lot of problems. In fact, chronic surfactant exposure is the reason why we have developed milder surfactants. If you have a list, look at the list. Please have a look at this list here. I've indicated all the gentler surfactants. So they're going to be amphoteric. They're going to be different kinds of surfactants, based, whey-based. They're going to be very mild surfactants. So now the question is this, that should I buy an expensive shampoo or a cheap shampoo? Now you know why, and now you exactly know what I'm talking about and why I gave it so much importance. Because a lot of you are going to use shampoo, your friend or your colleague or somebody said that, wow, this shampoo is great, and you're going to start using it, but then what you're going to notice is that you're going to start getting a very itchy and irritated scalp, plus you'll also notice that your hair is falling. So you'll have hair fall, you'll have an irritated, itchy scalp. The problem is that maybe that friend of yours or that somebody who recommended that shampoo, it was fine for them, but you are actually very sensitive. You are actually surfactant exposure. So now you're going to ask me, Dr. A, which shampoo should I get? I really cannot say which shampoo to get. What I can do is give you the basics. So I've given you the list, as you can see. Again, I'm going to bring that list up for you. Please have a look at this list. These are the safe or the gentler surfactants, baby formulations as well. And then to that, we're going to add less ingredients. So less dyes, less perfumes. I'm not too worried about parabens and these things and the nut and the gluten. This is all false claims just to hype the consumer. Really, they don't have a lot of scientific basis and they have zero meaning. What is a nut-free and a gluten-free shampoo? I mean, what does that mean? That is so strange. I don't understand. I mean, why would they put these claims? They put these claims because they want to hike the price of the shampoo. Number two, they want to give you a false sense of cleanliness. So they're going to say this is a green shampoo. It contains argan oil. It contains aloe vera. If actually you go to the ingredients list, it does not have anything. It just maybe has this much of some kind of argan oil. It's actually not possible. So these are greenwashed ingredients. They basically don't have any value. So this is the problem with the industry. So it's really up to you. If there is a shampoo, it doesn't have to be an expensive shampoo. It can be a mid-range shampoo. So a couple of maybe, $30, $20. It can be a mid-price shampoo. It may work beautifully for you. You may go and purchase a really expensive shampoo, so you'll get like a really luxury shampoo for $100, and your hair is going to start to fall. You're going to have an itchy scalp because that expensive shampoo contained one ingredient in that itchy scalp and that hair fall. Therefore, no one can really tell you what shampoo to use. I'm not going to go into the medicated dermatological shampoos. That's another really large topic. You have the coal tar, salicylic acid, selenium sulfide, pyrethrin zinc, so many medicated shampoos. I'm just going to stick to the commercial everyday living, so you know a little bit about it and you know what to get for your family and for yourself. So at the end of the day, the important thing to take away from this shampoo talk is, number one, a lot of them are marketing and they're false claims. They basically have no scientific basis. They're going to say they've added mushroom, they've added all sorts of ingredients. Well, they may have added it, but it's really not going to make a difference in the end to your hair. There will be one or two ingredients. So the professional shampoos do contain ingredients that are going to help with the disulfide bond. So I'm going to photographs here. So you can see the damaged hair. Then you see that this ingredient that we've added, this chemical, is going to actually, strengthen the disulfide bonds of your hair, make your hair really strong, full of vitality, and so beautiful. So those are certain ingredients that we're going to add. Of course, those ingredients are totally fine and they're also expensive. But the main thing that I want to let you know before I go, an expensive shampoo, so a super expensive shampoo, I really don't think it's worth it, because a lot of those ingredients are really not going to make much of a difference. But the mid-price shampoos, so the more professional shampoos, the mid-price shampoos are actually quite good. So you don't really need to go for an ultra uber luxury shampoo unless you have a budget and you want to do that. That's perfectly fine. I don't have anything against it, and it's your choice. It's free will. You can do what you like. But the mid-price shampoos are quite good because some of them are quite good. They are going to make sulfate-free shampoos. They won't add a lot of harsh ingredients. So shampoos sometimes are really, really often better than the really, really expensive shampoos. But what I am going to warn you about are the really cheap shampoos. So cheap shampoos that are less than $5, I'm going to just give you a warning. They're going to lather. They're going to have a really nice scent. And you'll think that, wow, this is a beautiful shampoo. In actuality, this is a terrible shampoo. It can not only damage your hair, it can result in chronic surfactant. It can damage your scalp. It'll worsen the dandruff. It'll worsen psoriasis. It'll worsen eczema. It may even lead to eczema. It can result in shampoo. I don't know if you've heard of this. It can result in shampoo acne, certain type of acne known as pomade acne, shampoo acne, and conditioning acne. So it's going to result in shampoo acne. It's going to worsen your acne. When you have a cheap shampoo, it's going to, number one, contain very low quality, cheap surfactants, cheap, really cheap soap. So the worst that you can find, it's going to have tons of that. It's going to have a lot of agents. So foaming agents are ones that make lather and make you feel really happy and you feel like, you're taking a bath and washing your hair. Foaming is harmful. So a lot of the more expensive or the better shampoos are not going to feel that, wow, I spent $20 on a shampoo and it's not even giving me any foam. Please, this is a myth. A foaming does not indicate cleanliness, so stay away from that. The cheaper the shampoo, the more foam and the more harmful it is because of surfactants and the more harmful foaming agents. Also, the cheaper shampoos are going to contain a lot of perfume. So because they want to make up for whatever they're putting in their shampoos, they're going to add a lot of perfumes, a lot of dyes to make it look so appealing. And then on top of that, they're going to put manoi oil, marula oil. All these things they're going to add on the claims, which will make you think that, wow, I'm getting such a great deal. I got a $3 shampoo and it contains all of this. It contains nothing except the foaming agent, tons of perfume. It is a false marketing. Stay away from cheap shampoos. Trust me, you're going to end up with a lot of scalp conditions in the future. There will be a lot of experts and people who are going to tell you there's no difference, buy any shampoo and it's just perfect. That is not the thing, because I'm telling you the science. The only motive I have is that I want you guys to shop smartly and I want you guys. I don't have any other motive. So what I want you to understand that, all right, you don't need to spend $100 on shampoo, but try to get better quality shampoos because of the reasons that I've said. I'm not going to, over the importance of this, but I think I should. A lot of the scalp issues are occurring because people just don't give importance to what they're buying when it comes to shampoos. They're buying very cheap shampoos that are compromising the health of their scalp. Then they end up with really severe scalp conditions. Then they go to the doctor and the doctor is confused. They don't understand. Has the shampoo changed? What has happened? What has happened is chronic surfactant exposure. You're using, and again, you're using those really high percentage of cheap surfactant shampoos. and you are actually ending up with scalp issues and scalp disease. So please remember that very cheap shampoo is an extremely bad idea, and I'm not a supporter of very expensive skincare or just $100-$200 shampoos. I really don't think that that's really needed. But a mid-price shampoo, a good quality shampoo, is going to make a difference, and I've given you the list of the important surfactants. Okay guys, so take care. I hope that you loved my shampoo topic as much as I did. It's just beautiful when you get to examine the chemistry and how it interacts with the skin. It's fascinating. So I hope it helped you practically in your daily life. The next topic has been requested by a lovely doctor in Southeast Asia, and for her and for all of you, I'm going to discuss premature graying of the hair, why it happens, and why different schools of thoughts exist. And you know what, so of course, graying hair, you're going to apply hair dyes. I'm just going to go into a little bit of the physiology and the chemistry of graying of the hair, premature graying of the hair. So look out for that. Until then, please, all of you, stay safe. I love all you all to shop like a pro. So stick around with me, and we're going to have lots of fun. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. See you next time.